Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to a monster review on the June 2020 Golden Legends Pass monster, Ondana. For those of you that are still unsure whether or not this monster is worth purchasing, whether the pass is worth getting to get this monster, hopefully this video will help you out. I am going to show this monster at level 100, but keep in mind that if you buy the pass, realistically you get this monster at rank 3. So speaking of which, let's talk about the trait. If you get this monster unranked, you have freeze immunity, which will help you out when you fight Abysmus, the current mythic monster that can freeze, and then any legendary monster that can freeze. Once you take this monster to rank 1, you actually get an area super attuned. And this isn't a status caster, this is permanent area attuned. So allies will gain 50 points of stamina when they are affected by weak types. So for example, if you have Unspeakable and you fight Armor Claw, and Armor Claw does his Save Vrosigod, a light-based attack against your Unspeakable, so Unspeakable would recover 50 stamina points. At rank 3, however, you gain double stamina pool, which again, this should probably remind you of Warmaster Thalassa. This is actually the faithful servant to Warmaster Thalassa. So you start the game off with double the maximum stamina. I think this is super useful, especially in a game where relics pretty much dominate in terms of stamina drain. You fight someone that has Nebulion's Trap and your whole stamina is drained. You fight someone with a Pestilence Trap that's maxed out and your whole stamina is drained. So having this monster at rank 3 for that double stamina pool, that's going to be awesome. And then let's talk about, let's go into relics. So one thing this monster can hold is the amulet. The best amulet I can give this monster right now would just be the Altus amulet. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that. And let's take that away from Thalassa. And then you have access to the cane. So I love the Cane of Atlantis. If you have a stamina draining cane, you can also do that, like a Pump Seed Staff. That's totally fine. And now let's talk about skills. We have Thalassa's Eyes, deals moderate water damage to one enemy. I'm not a fan of this, although it is cool to have a spammable skill that doesn't require any stamina, although I think this is the one monster you don't need to worry about stamina. We have Further Water Realms, deals low water damage to all enemies. It is also spammable with no cooldown. It does have a hefty stamina, but again, you are like the queen of stamina right now. We have Hardened Stonefish, removes negative effects from one ally, applies immunity to control to one ally, requires cooldown. This skill, in my opinion, is actually very, very powerful. If you find yourself in a situation where you can go first before the enemy, and you have an attacker mythic monster that can get denied, let's say, for example, you have this monster and you're facing a cat UFO and you're faster than the cat UFO, you can do Hardened Stonefish on, for example, your Cyberel, and Cyberel could be running 3 strength runes, and now you don't have to worry about cat UFO doing an AoE stun and immobilizing your Cyberel. Your Cyberel has a guaranteed attack in thanks to your immunity to control. Now, this monster is going before an attacker. The other cool thing is that you can clear negative effects. So if your monster, let's say you're facing an Alien, and Alien hits you with the blind, with the daze, with the whatever, you can remove all those negative effects, then your attacker is free to attack. So this is actually a really great skill. And then we have Tears in the Sea, applies stamina regen to our allies and an immediate 30% stamina regen. So a very nice stamina healing skill. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. Water Swirl, deals low special damage to all enemies, removes 50% of stamina from all enemies, and gives 50% of stamina to all your allies. It is just an immediate stamina drain with an immediate stamina boost. We also have Raw Drowning, removes positive effects from all enemies, deals low water damage, and applies Drown. The best thing about this skill is the positive effect removal. And if you happen to have Pump Seed Staff, you can use Pump Seed Staff with Raw Drowning to drain a lot of enemy stamina. So that's pretty awesome. Not to mention, right now, still the biggest counter to mythic monsters is like evasion. So with a skill like Raw Drowning, you can take care of that evasion. Or even if a mythic monster applies like a skill mirror or whatever they do, you have a skill that you can utilize. Let's see what else we have. Marina Bites, deals moderate special damage to an enemy, disables traits, and applies Stamina Leak. I think Trait Disable is actually really good, especially because one of the main mythic monsters, or one of the main archetype of mythic monsters right now, are the Taunt mythic monsters, right? Brutalizer just got released. He has Taunt. We have Unspeakable. We have Armor Claw. We have Erder. So being able to deal with Taunt is super, super valuable. And Trait Disable will make that happen. This could also help you when you fight Abysmus, when you fight even Morgs, for example. Any mythic monster that's immune to torture, you can Trait Disable them so you can start applying your tortures. Alright, let's see what else we have. Removes positive effects from one enemy, deals low water damage to one enemy, gives 1 extra turn to itself. I think this is phenomenal as well. Let's replace Tears in the Sea for now. So Selfish Splatter, being able to remove positive effects and then being able to do something else is incredible. So what I also really like, if you run Selfish Splatter, and then you run Raw Drowning, for example, right now, if you face a Wormlad, if Wormlad just revived a monster, with Ondana, you're going to be able to do Selfish Splatter on that revived monster, and follow it up with your Drowning, as long as it's not a dodge area monster, and you get to get rid of the positive effect and actually kill that revived monster. So this monster can deal with Wormlad's revival skill. That's pretty cool. And pretty much any monster that has a positive effects blocked. And then I think the last skill, is that all the skills? I think that's all the skills. So everything else is, yeah, we went over everything else. So what skill set would I recommend on this monster? Well, let's see. I like the trait disable. I think that's a must. I think the AoE positive effect removal is a must. And I think the single positive effect extra turn is a must. And then being able to remove negative effects and immunity to control, that is also pretty much a must. But then you are not running any of your stamina drain skills. So potentially you might want to remove one of these. I think it's really going to depend on the situation. Maybe the situation where you don't need the trait disable. Maybe the situation where you don't need Hardened Starfish and instead you go for stamina. Maybe you go with Tears in the Sea. Or maybe you go for Water Swirl. I think it's really going to just depend on the situation. So this is one of those monsters that realistically you're switching the runes for that specific battle you're going in. This is a support monster. This is the kind of monster you will give team speed or speed. Like I said, there are situations where you want this monster to go first and just apply that immunity to control to one of your allies. Do I have level 7 runes I can give this monster? I believe so. So we are going to go with level 7 runes, and I'm going to first try running this monster as a team speed holder. We'll do an individual speed, but then we'll do team speed, and I'll try my best to make her look good. She's level 100, so we'll take her out into PvP, and let's see how well she can manage. Alright, so I found a battle I want to do. So I'm actually going to give this monster 3 speed to kind of show that immunity to control skill right off the bat. And the battle I want to do is this battle on the right, a Cat UFO and a Gaidago. Now, cooldown activation is your enemy. If you get hit with CDA, you are in trouble. So for example, right now, I might be immobilized right off the bat. Eternal Night, perfect attack. So yeah, not the best showcase, I think, after all. Let's do games. Yeah, let's just try to win this battle, but ooh, probably not the best showcase. Ground abatement, smells like fish spirit. So yeah, the name of the game is to go first with a monster and apply that control immunity. So going up against level 130 Mythics was probably not my smartest idea. Here, let's actually revive Cybrel, and we'll wait for the other monster. Well, here's an example of evasion working to your advantage, right? So you have evasion, you're pretty much good to go. Let's do CLU and perfect system. Let's hope Cat UFO doesn't have revival. Okay, so not really a showcase of the monster since she's just died, but that's okay because this just showed like you have to go into the battle with a plan, and I was just hoping that this was one of those situations where the enemy had like strength runes and not speed runes. But let's find a situation here. We'll refresh. That might have been good because I could have potentially gotten possessed. Yeah, we'll try but see, I can still get hit with cooldown activation, and I don't want that. We'll refresh one more time, and for some reason, Gaidago seems to be the one dominating. Alright, we'll take on this base on the far right again. So Van Decken relies on possession, and I am faster. Perfect. So what I would do, this is actually a perfect setup. I'm going to do Omega on my Cybrel, and then because I'm scared of possession, oh, well, it actually doesn't plan out the way I wanted it to because I wanted Van Decken to do possession, and I would have been like, hey, starting Stonefish. But I guess what I could showcase is the positive effect removal, get rid of that Mega Taunt, and now I'm free to attack everyone. In this case, I was able to buff myself, so I can easily kill, and this is like a pretty straightforward battle. So I guess if anything, what this showed was just the positive effect removal in action, right? Here's my extra turn skill, and then here is my trait disable skill. So hey, we got to see her in action. But yeah, she's more of a supportive monster. Supportive monsters are kind of hard to showcase in a battle because they are really there to show that support. And you need to find the right situation. But this doesn't take away from the fact that she is a pretty good monster in my opinion. Let's see, is there anyone that can immobilize? Cat UFO. We'll try this one. I just feel like that Cat UFO is going to be too fast. Let's see. Oh, a strength Cat UFO. Okay, 9-8. Dang, I'm still too slow. I should have given more team speed. Alright, let's see how this plays out. So I will go right into the buff. Alright, here, let me walk through my process. So, ideally, I should have been fast, and then Cat UFO would have done AoE stun, right? With Kit Kat? Is that the AoE stun skill? Yeah. See? But Cybrel should not have gotten stunned. And what I could have also been able to do is get rid of the Megaton. Then Cybrel would have been able to do her AoE skill. So that's ideally how it would have worked out. But again, you just have to be fast enough. And because I'm showcasing the monster at level 100, that's not planning out the way I would have liked it. Realistically, you're not going to be using the monster at level 100, because if you buy the Gold Legends Pass, you have the monster at rank 3. Alright, let's see if I can bring you back. We'll do Alpha Zero. There I am. Perfect attack again. And alright, ooh, I'm still alive. Recharge. Here, let's go ahead and do... Here is the positive effect removal. Get rid of that Megataunt. Alright, Cane of Atlantis kicking in. Removes negative effects, immune to control. Starting, let's see, Bite, Trait Disable. Remove positive effects. Let's get rid of my negative effects. Let's go and do it on, I think it has to be Cybrel. So we'll do it on Cybrel. Alright, and unfortunately I got ulted. So GG. Well played, Cat UFO, well played. Alright, so that battle would have been successful had I given team speed instead. There we go. Let's just go full team speed. So because I'm level 100, it's hard for me to actually go first. So we'll go full team speed, and I think this should work depending on who I find this time. Oh, this might be a good base. Myrak. So Myrak can do, well, she can do total blind, but nonetheless, we'll still try it out. We'll see how this plays out. And this is cool because I get to take out Megataunt as well. So let's get rid of the Megataunt. And then look, these positive effects from Myrak. Nope, let's also get rid of them. Boom. We'll do Omega. Got rid of the positive effects. Perfect system. GG. Boom. So yeah, this is showcasing the monster with 3 speed. Again, it really depends on the situation. I'm also going to try to showcase... Oh, sorry, this is with speed. I might or might not showcase with team speed. It really just depends on the opponents. So let's see what else I can find. Let's refresh that. Where are all the deniers? There's Cat UFO again. Ooh, there's Thalassa. Yeah, let's take on Thalassa. Let's see how this goes. I mean, Thalassa's not really the best battle to do just because Thalassa can remove effects. So we have maximum stamina increase, torture. Alright, so we will go straight into the hardened stonefish. So immune to control. And of course I get attacked because I have the immune to control. So luckily I'm immune to freeze. Let's go ahead and do this. We will do raw drowning or your mega frozen. Yeah, we will go into the trait disable. How do I want to play this? Let's go into the positive effect removal drowning. Alright, plankton eater. What else? Recharge. Alright, cool. Oh, I got my ult. Deals moderate water damage, disables trait, and freeze. Cool. So here is a trait disable freeze. My ult is really good, by the way. Let's do an Omega on you. Blind corners, guard down. Alright, let's do a perfect system. And it was a complete failure. Alright, let's do my AoE skill. Removes positive effects. Nice. Did I miss? No, oh, did miss. Let's do a trait disable. Alright, now they're all susceptible. Bisque bottom again. Luckily I'm immune to freeze. Alright, let's do a raw or hardened stonefish. Oh yeah, here, let's get rid of the negative effects. Look, I'm no longer frozen anymore. Although I might be again. High pressure fluid. Oh, thank goodness you ran out. Alright, I can get rid of evasion. You have your trait back, yeah, so I'm a little scared. Let's do this then. Drowning, removed the evasion. Ah, it didn't work, yeah. I guess the last is still gonna dominate me because of her skill set. No more failures. Death door. Alright, GG. Well played, Thalassa. This is why I'm your faithful servant. And not Queen of the Sea. Alright, but that was a good battle nonetheless. Let's see if we can do one more. Oh, Ruby would have been a good one. Ruby would have been a good one. Let's refresh one more time. Yeah, the meta is shifting to where we're seeing the 3 mythics more and more. Let's try this base over here. It all depends on how Cat UFO is ruined. Cat UFO is, yes, he's not well ruined. Alright, cool. So, this is perfect, watch. I'm going to take it at 1x speed. We are going to... Is there any effects I need to remove? If there was, I would do Starfish. In this case, there isn't. So, Hardened Stonefish. You can now not be controlled. Immune to control. I will buff as well. Cat UFO would do Kid Cat most likely and AoE stun. Perfect attack. And the Shocking Daze. I was hoping for the AoE stun, because then I would have been immune to stun, and then I could have just attacked everyone. So, in this case, I guess we'll just go for the attack. Perfect system, and GG. Assuming I don't miss, GG. So yeah, that's the way I see this monster working the best. Go first, immune to control right off the bat. That way your attacker with 3 strength tunes can attack, and you don't have to worry about yourself getting denied. Now, obviously, this is unless the enemy has a monster that can remove positive effects. But, I think this is really the best way to showcase. Another way to run the monster is team speed. It just depends on who else you're running. If I had a main denier, I would probably put this onto a team speed and have my other monster deny. But for now, I kind of like the 3 speed build. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this monster in the comments below. Tell me whether or not you think she's worth getting. Any thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much. And remember to subscribe.